On YouTube, when women stumble upon my channel, a common question I always get, especially on Jordan 1 videos, hey, what's the sizing on this? I'm this size, so what size should I get? And I know there's typically confusion because you have to convert whatever your size is in women's sneakers or just shoes, period, to GS, which stands for grade school. That also runs equivalent to men's sizing. I know it can be a little complicated, but I want to go ahead and break it down because there's something you probably also don't know about Jordan 1 sizing, specifically in relation to GS and women's, and I kind of want to touch upon that. It even took me by surprise.
I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see. Yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young. I'll take a hit and still finish in one.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl TJ, back with another video talks with TJ, aka TJ2 Swoosh Change. I hope everybody is having a good day. Again, I'm not sure what day you're viewing this, but thank you and welcome. If you like what you see and you're not subscribed, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. I also ask that you maybe hit the like button, okay? It certainly helps with the YouTube algorithm, and every creator appreciates it, trust me. So it's free. Just go ahead and tap the like button. If you are already subscribed to Swoosh Crew, what's going on, please go ahead and engage in the comment section, especially my ladies, because I'm curious if you knew some of the things I'm already going to talk about. So, sneakers. Unfortunately, sizing is not universal. Fit is not universal. I truly wish that brands could get this correct. And I mean that in saying a Jordan 1 does not fit the same as a Jordan 2, as a 3, 4, 5, 6, and let's run it all the way up to 34. They don't fit the same. I really wish they did, okay? What I can get in a Jordan 1 is not the same size that I get in a Jordan 5 or a 13. So for example, in a Jordan 1, I need a 6.5 for the comfort and the shape of my foot. I need a 6.5 for it to be comfortable. Now, when I say 6.5, I mean 6.5 in men's or grade school, which is equivalent to a women's 8. And I'll touch upon the conversion. But in a Jordan 1, I get a 6.5. In a Jordan 5 or a 13, because of the way they run, I need a 6. A 6.5 is just going to provide a ton of space. A little bit too much space. I would certainly need to double insole it if I got a 6.5 in a Jordan 5 or Jordan 13. That is not nobody really wants to deal with that, but it is what it is. You just have to make do. Now the conversion, ladies. I know this can be a little bit difficult if you're first getting into sneakers. First off, if you are buying more sneakers, hey, welcome, all right? It's fun. It's a deep rabbit hole, okay? I would just say take the time, honestly, to learn the history about whatever sneaker you may be into or has really captured your attention, because you may fall even deeper in love once you know the story behind it. Remember, sneakers are just like people. We all have a story, and sneakers tell a story, okay? They just do it in a creative way with materials, fabric, and colors. It's just a story. Find out about that story, all the chapters, and I guarantee you'll fall even more in love with the sneakers. That really has happened to me time and time again, even with the sneakers I already love. If you are a women's, or if you're trying to convert women's to men's or women's to kids, let me break it down for you, okay? The conversion is 1.5. So, women, if you wear a 7.5, it's a very common size for women, okay? 7.5. I need you to go down a size and a half to equal the size you need in either grade school, which is also considered big kids, or in men. So if you are a 7.5, oh shit. If you are a 7.5 in women's, you need to go down to a grade school or a men's 6. And you can apply that across the board. So if you are a women's 6, you need to go down to a grade school 4.5. Does that make sense? Now, you can always look up a simple conversion chart, and it helps. You can find these in a number of different places. Just Google like women's to kids shoes or women's to men's shoes, and you'll find that conversion. I promise you will, and it's a very easy way. So whenever you walk into a kid's Foot Locker, because I get this all the time, women will tell me a size but they'll tell me their size in women's, not in kids. That will lead to us bringing out the wrong shoe for you. And that's not what we want. So when you go into a sneaker store and they're asking your size, if you're not specifically searching for a women's exclusive shoe that's in women's sizing, they're going to assume that you mean a men's or a grade school, whatever the size is. So just keep that in mind whenever you are going into a store. Now, let's talk about the disparity in actual sizing, because even I didn't know that this was a thing. All right. So if you look at, let's just say, so this here is a grade school Jordan 1 Low OG Shadow. I debuted this on my channel a week and a half ago. This is a 6.5, okay? If you look on the actual tag, and I'll hopefully be able to show this, okay? This measures 24.5 centimeters, okay? 24.5. This, well, I'll get an actual women's Jordan 1. Let's just keep it equivalent. This is a Jordan 1. This is the women's satin shatter backboard, okay? 7.5. Now, because it's so far down in there, you probably won't be fully able to see this. I'll try my best, though. I'll try my best, okay? This is also going to measure 24.5 centimeters. That doesn't match what I just told you, does it? Because I said if you have a women's 7.5, it should be equivalent to a grade school 6, right? In measurement, you would think that matches up. Whenever you have women's sizing for Jordans, they're actually a little bit more graceful in terms of the room and the fit. So ladies, keep this in mind. If you are going after a women's exclusive Jordan, go true to your women's size. Go true to your women's size, because you will actually get all the room you need, okay? This is a women's 7.5. This is a grade school 6.5. They both fit very comfortable. If I got the equivalent, which would be a 6, it would only measure 24 centimeters and it's not as comfortable. I swear, like I wish it was equal, but it's not. Did you even know that? That's the question of the day. Did you know if you compare a grade school 6.5 and a women's 7.5 or Jordan 1, they actually measure out the same? Now I'm gonna blow your mind a little bit more. When you have unisex sizing, and I say unisex because you will have some sneakers that are not men's or women's. They're technically just unisex because they will go to extended sizes. If you hear extended sizes, it means it'll simply go down to the equivalent of like measured in a men's 3.5 and then up to like a 15 or so. So this here, this is, yes, I know it's a grail for some of you. I know Jay the Sneaker Guy just picked this up. Shout out to you. Welcome to the club. So this is the Air Jordan 1 Off-White UNC. Yes, I hit on the shock drop years ago when this came out. So I got a 6. It measures 24 centimeters. It's a comfortable and equal fit to a women's 7.5. So my advice to you, if it's a unisex sizing shoe that goes to extended sizes, I guess actually go to your conversion size for women to men. What it should be, right? What it universally should be. I don't just, is this gonna measure up? Probably, maybe. Yeah, just, I know that's weird and I'm sorry, but yeah, just go true to the universal conversion. That's the best that I can tell you. Now, for this sneaker here, so this was the women's exclusive Jordan 12 Black Reptile, and it's actually a mix of a few different faux animal prints on here, okay? Absolutely love it. It's a high quality shoe, leather interior. Jordan Brand did their thing for women. I am grateful for it. It was priced a little bit high, but thankfully I got it on discount. So, also, women's exclusive sizing. 7.5, I went true to my 7.5, and it measures 24.5 centimeters. Now, if you know 12s tend to run a little big anyway, so a lot of people will go true to size. I would not really say go down, only because 12s are great for winter, and you're probably gonna have on thicker socks, so you don't want them fitting super tight in the winter when you're probably rocking these a lot. I bought these in the summer. There's a leather liner in here, okay? No, I do not wear these in the summer. I wait until fall hits, and then I break these out, exactly like I'll be doing in a short few weeks. Bless up to fall on the way. Best season overall. So for all of the Jordan 1s I have, listen, I get a 6.5 because it fits me comfortably. I measure as an actual true 6.5, just so you know, but in some styles, yes, I go 6 because a 5 and a 13, again, run a little bit bigger. A Air Max 2090, for example, runs a little bit bigger, so I just went with a 6, and it was perfectly fine. Now, if you're trying to convert for your European size, I know that's something that people struggle with also from time to time. Just always look on the box or just pull up an actual conversion chart and you'll be able to see what your size is. So for UK or even Europe, for example, you guys will have like the numbers of the 38s or 38.5, or, you know, just look at the actual conversion. Just always check. No matter what, every shoe will have the conversion for your European size, just so you know. It's always on there. It's always on the tag. So just be mindful of that. It's always on the tag to be able to help you out. So, ladies, remember, the rule of thumb, whatever your women's size is, go down a size and a half. That will give you the equivalent in grade school, which is also considered big kids or boys, okay? Most things, most shoes are measured in boys and men's sizing. Boys and men's run equal together. So if you say, oh, I need a boy 7, yes, it's equivalent to a men's 7. Now, I know the other question is, well, should it matter if I get a boy 7 in a Jordan or a men's 7 in a Jordan? 9 times out of 10, if you get the men's 7, first off, you're paying a men's price and not a grade school price, but you're also going to get the men's quality versus grade school quality. Not all shoes measure up. 9 times out of 10, the men's pairs will have better quality than the grade school pairs. Now, that's not always the case. If you look at the Hyper Royal ones, the UNC Obsidians, the Sail Jordan 1s, the grade school got amazing quality, but that's not always the case. So just be mindful of that. Hopefully this helps women out in terms of sizing for Jordans. I didn't know that the sizing is not the same measured, especially for women's and grade school sizing. But you learn something new every day. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace out.